Welcome everybody. Okay, that might be okay. Yep, so we got Frosty and Orioles first. Just gonna get the setups on and then they'll get a signal to go in a second. So we've got 3 laps. Here we go. Two Alpha Romeo guys getting away well. Orioles tucking in just behind Frosty. Frosty goes a bit wide there. Orioles takes the lead. That's exactly what I'll be looking for. Heading into turn 3 now. Both keep it, no dive bombs or anything. Frosty gains a bit of time there actually. Of course, third lap is probably going to be the most exciting. There'll be DRS, they'll be throwing everything that they've got left at it. Frosty is closing in on Orioles actually. Orioles leads lap 1, going into turn 1 now. Frosty getting very close to Orioles now. He's going to be feeling the pressure, but he's going to be wanting to get that move done. Will he go for it into turn 3 now? Or defending aggressively? Around the outside. It's very tight, bit of lag in there. Orioles might fight back going into turn 4. No, he doesn't. So Frosty's done well to keep it ahead. After that mistake at the first corner, he's got it back in front now. And Orioles going to be throwing everything he's got into this final lap. Going to be using all of his DRS. He's got 40% left. Both of them pretty even. So it's going to come down to pace on the exits of the corners now, and mistake limitation. DRS enabled, overtake on. He's going to go for it. It's close, Frosty goes a bit wide. Orioles is going to have the DRS now. Frosty come back for a little, even though he won't. Well, yeah, he will actually. He's coming for it. He's not giving up. And Orioles does win the first race. He's through to the next round automatically. And now we've got Tac Delta versus Destroyer. I'm just going to wait to get back to the lobby. So we have got Tap Delta versus Destroyer next. Going to be in their cars representing their teams. Tier 1 versus Tier 2. Just waiting for third. They are going to ready up now. know if I was on mute then, which is annoying. But we have got PRL versus Suzuki next. Alfa Romeo and Mercedes respectively. And Suzuki's got a big chance to prove himself, of course. He missed out in Japan, unfortunately. But hopefully he can prove himself that he can battle with those Premier guys and maybe get a seat there next season. And here we go, he gets the better start. Suzuki's got an amazing start, he might jump before we even get to turn one here. He goes wide though, Kalirov smarts back out of it, he's used track limits a lot there. Kalirov is now going to not use too much ERS actually, he might just stick behind, wait for Suzuki to make a mistake. You know, he's a very patient, consistent driver, both of these guys. Suzuki is using a lot of that ERS, so it might come back to hurt him on that last lap where you've got the DRS enabled for Kalirov. There's a lot of it, there's red light flashing. Bending aggressively, not letting him get any slow ahead. Very powerful. Ooh, Kalirov almost loses it. Trying to keep it on the track, out of the wall. So he lives to fight another day. Far now, no mistakes. Now nice and clear from both the drivers. Keeping that gap pretty open. Suzuki's doing a good job to keep Kalirov at bay. Proving how fast he is, how good he is over those, at least over these 3 laps. He's on 6% now. Not going to help when you get to these deep, long back straights. Kalirov will have the DRS, he is 6 tenths in. Kalirov must be seeing that red light and knowing that he's got a chance to take it on these final laps. Can absolutely drain his battery now. Will he go for the move? No, he doesn't. Suzuki holds that inside line. He gets level with him on the outside and now he's going to have DRS enabled slipstream. He's going to go for round the outside, we know how dangerous that can be here, but instead it's done before we even get to turn 4. Suzuki's going to fight back though. Bit of a clumsy as well. And Kalirov has got it now. So we need to hope that we just keep it clean now. to be a hard break for Suzuki though. He's kept in the league and then in the lead. Cali Rob is through to the next round. We will see who he will be playing in the next round. Next race is between Spitcheck from Tier 2 and Calces from Premier Tier. Pause punch, even if you've lost your first round, you're still in it. These first two legs, if you want, will have a playoff round where you can stay in the tournament if you just win a 5-lap race versus everyone else. Be ready up anytime soon now, they'll have their setups on. This is one I'm most excited for, really. We've got Spitcheck, who is very good. Just very good at staying behind the car, following them. As to Calces, we know how fast he is. He's a Premier Tier driver, so all eyes on Spitcheck, whether he can deliver a really big upset here. Pretty even starts. Both got away well. Spitcheck. Got first corner he's dreaming of, really. Just needs to focus to nail up them corners. Not use too much of that ARS, of course. Calces are just holding on to it. Maybe that could be the tiebreaker. He's closing in with that blow. Spitcheck, which is very good to see. Meanwhile, Calces still not touching that ERS button. Now he is. Spitcheck now almost 2 seconds away. I think he needs a miracle here. He needs Calces to make a big mistake if he's got any chance of suggesting that easy race this next turn. Which is a shame because I know Spitcheck has got the eye, he's gone wide. I think it is down and out now, unfortunately for him. Big shame. He's so often he's delivered in Tier 2. Maybe the pressure's got to him, I don't know. I think it's pretty safe to say now. As he's so consistent, really makes any mistakes, and should be maybe one of the favourites to win this competition. As he's coming to the final section now. It's a pretty easy job getting to there. He should be able to thread the string through the needle the first time on every corner. And he is through to the next round. And he will be facing his premier rival, Cali. So we're in for a big game here. Big race then. And now we've got Tanbahar versus Oscar Reed. Guess we got the final round here in Austria. And here we go, final round around Austria. Who gets the best start? Will it be Austria? Will it be Tanbahar? Tanbahar. No, it's Oscar. Oscar's right alongside now. Tanbahar aggressive into him, goes wide. Oscar's now going to lead his using the VR. Tanbahar's not really fighting it. Maybe he's playing it strategically, waiting for that ERS. Keeps it close though, going side by side. Gonna use his ERS now, he's gonna maybe he'll make a move, maybe he'll just hold back now. Stay behind. Pretty evenly paced drivers, I'd say, from what I've seen of both of them. rear lock up there, that's not what you want. Again. Now we're at the end of lap 2, got 6 tenths between Town Bar and Oscar. He's going to regret letting him pass. He's going to... Bob not using too much ERS at eat actually. Okay, now getting to the business end. Oscar and Town Bar separated by 6 tenths. Got DRS for Town Bar. Not got on. Town Bar's got the 2-second penalty. I think that's playing third in and out. Oscar surely has got this now. But I think there's still fight. 30. Hopefully didn't. That one's being back off. It's closing in. Oscar wins. So we're now going to have a 5-lap race between the second place runners up of these rounds now. We are going to be at Brazil. I think I'll see if Kelsey's wants to join the party. He's going to pull out in replace for Ant Bank, it looks like. If I can just send him an invite. Okay, so we're going to Brazil now for the playoff race. We need Suzuki, TAC Delta, Frosty, let's see who else. Suzuki, Hank Bank, Spit Check. Spit Check and Tambo. Who are we missing? We're missing hello. I'm just gonna have to turn. Okay, so we got Brazil 5-lapper.
See how this goes. It's usually pretty close tracks. Pretty close track.
Yeah, it's been fun racing so far, to be honest. It's been close. Now time to ready up. This track doesn't normally produce good racing. There's a few overtaking spots, not just in the corners, but along the straights as well. Something Austria doesn't have. You can't really overtake in the last two sectors. Five laps in, here we go. Top three are going to get us underway. They're going to get promoted to the next round. Top three of this. We've got Frosty leading the way from Suzuki and Tamba. Fifth, we've got Ant Bank who's the first, Calci's, and fourth, TAC and Spit Check, who's rounding off the back of the grid right now. TAC Racing and TAC Delta's spun. That is not what he's going to want. He's got wing damage as well. And Suzuki spun as well as he got wing damage. This race has just flipped in the first. It's not what Suzuki's going to be wanting. Still got Frosty from Tambar. Frosty's got a pretty healthy lead. He's not going to be in that DRS for now. Of course, we know what pace Tambar has got. He was up against one of the tougher opponents here. Got Antbank in third. Come through the centre S's now. Got the top three pulling away from spit check, and then we got Tak and Suzuki. Suzuki's gone off again. Seems to really be struggling here. Tambar is now within 1 second. He's going to have that DRS. Antbank's going to be wanting to close in. Once, of course, they could just play this safe now and not overtake, but I'm sure they're going to be wanting to get the favourable higher up the grid, show that they can battle with each other. And show the guys that are already through that they can win, that they can prove that they can win and get through. Tampa must have made a mistake. I didn't see that, but Frosty's pulled out to 1.6 seconds now, while Antbank's closed in to 5/10. I think Tap Dad must have spun again. And Frosty's gone a bit wide. It's going to hamper him all down the straight now. Antbank's back. He's not going to have DRS right now. No one will. Tap Delta's definitely struggling with that wing damage. If you don't want to see someone in a 5-foot up race, just be out of it on the first corner, which is unlucky for him. But I guess that's the cruel reality of racing sometimes. We've got front three now, all within 1.5 seconds, so we might be down for a very exciting last lap. Frosty goes wide again. 3/10. He's using all of his DRS now, and he's going to make the move. And he's got it before we even get turn 1 here. Through the centre and Antbank's at fastest lap. Frosty's coming back though. Antbank's going to wait for all this to happen in front of him. They're all low on the RS through this last lap. Frosty's going around the outside now. It's very tight. Tambar has to get right up against that white line. looks like spit check spun again. Very unfortunate, but we have got Frosty, Tamba and Ankbank through to the next round. Of course, unfortunately, Spit Check and Suzuki are out, which is a shame. I think we've had quite a big upset there in Suzuki, one of the fast guys in Tier 1. And we have got... Oh, gone. I think your mic keeps cutting out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
I'll be talking going further.
It's a good race. It was very tight between those top three, and it was just unfortunate who just span in the opening 2 laps, and it's pretty much plain sailing. But we have got Destroyer versus Orioles. Tier 1 versus... Yeah, we've got 2 fast drivers, of course. Orioles, multiple time winner this season in Tier 2. Well, we've got Destroyer, who's new to the league, but...
And the hard tier, this might be really close. I'm excited to see how Orioles fare against the Tier 1 driver here.
Yeah, of course, he got a bit unlucky. Made his Tier 1 debut out in Japan last race and got bad luck. But now he's going to try prove himself.
We're going to prove himself in these when he wants to prove himself for the admins. He's worthy of this role. Let's see what he can do.
It's not ready right now. It's not letting me change track.
Unfortunate, sir. A little bit of a bug.
I got candidates work now.
Go side to side in these corners, so see what they can do.
It's flat out racing around this track. It's got an extremely long straight.
Closing really hard, so that's how that goes.
Should be ready now.
Yeah, should be good to racing here soon. Getting a good start again, that might be really crucial. It's always hard to keep up with people on this track.
Ariels is just struggling to get a setup. We'll just give him a bit of time to work out if he's got one that's similar.
That'll be interesting to see though. He'll be the first time on the setup. We'll see how he can do on that. It's always hard when you're not used to a setup. Something's a little bit more aggressive than you're thinking, and that can cost him. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, of course, it's crazy how much a setup can change your race. You might be faster in those straights,
certainly.
but you're going to struggle into those corners. You're going to get oversteer or understeer.
Might be worth it though, going on here, trying to one on people. It's so hard to get people in the corner, so if you can really get him on the straights, getting more straight line speed might be really crucial here. So we'll see what he goes for.
Yeah, maybe if you can just hold on to the lead car in front, whoever, if you destroy your Orioles, hold your ERS and just wait to pounce on those.
Yeah, that can always help. Try to stay close until the last lap. Have that DRS on that straight and just make it really be worth it. But we'll see what he goes for.
I think that's
either that or you try to pull a gap, which can always be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, of course you don't want to risk pulling out and it not working, using all your ERS, and then on that crucial third lap with that DRS, he's not going to have anything to play with, and
yeah,
you just have to hope that he's too far back to catch up to you, or you've got that straight line speed in your setup. Here we go. Orioles on pole. Who gets the better start? It's a long light there. Destroyer looks to have got the better start. Ooh. Very fair racing. Giving each other room. And Orioles continues his lead. Of course, I've seen Orioles' ERS management as well. If he can save it while he's in front here, I think he's really got an upper hand, because this Destroyer's only going to have his ERS to play with. DRS, I mean. Because it's so hard to keep it within. I'm just gonna, of course, I've accidentally switched it to 5 laps, so it'll be the third lap that counts. Orioles is pulling out almost a second now. We're almost at the DRS stage of the race. Yeah, and Destroy's almost out of DRS. And he's almost out of DRS as well, which Orioles just needs to keep it clean. But Destroyer has got pace in him, so maybe he can catch up, who knows. Especially around here, there's so much time to gain. can use so much track, the game allows it, and your car allows it if you don't touch that grass. Gap is staying relatively the same now. See how much CRS this driver is using a lot. He's on 20% now. Valerios is still sat on that 60%. Just controlling the race. And he... yeah, that's not good. Just gonna tell them race is done. So Oreos is through to the next round now. Yeah, Cali Rob versus Ank Bank. Ank Bank, of course, made it through in that playoff. Let's see what next track is. Okay, here we go. Canada. 3 laps. Tier 1 versus Premier again. And the Calirob leads from Ank Bank, looking, yep, seems to fix itself now. Got Calirob versus Ank Bank. Calirob held his lead, going through turn 1, 2 and 3. Of course, Ank Bank is a fast driver. He knows when to make moves, when to hold back, and we'll see if he can stay within these 1 second for these 2 laps before I get DRS on that last lap and pushes all weather. He goes for it on this back straight before we get DRS, because that would make things very spicy. That last lap, but it is 1.3 seconds out. Banks seems to have made a mistake going into the hairpin. Yeah, Banks going to need to claw back time through that chicane. We'll see if Callirod plays it conservative. Of course, the timing screen's not updating, which is perfect for this type of race. Yeah, and it's 2.3 seconds now, Callirod commanding this race, and it looks like Ant Banks going to be in yet another playoff. So far we have got Destroyer in the playoff, and it's looking, unfortunately it's looking likely that Ant Bank will be joining him. But we have Callirod now in the Alfa Romeo. Alright.
Always just small mistakes make a huge difference in these races, as they're so close.
Yeah. It's what's it called? It shows consistently hit them corners, hit them apexes.
Yeah, getting everything right is always a little bit difficult, but